Pull.
How'd that happen? How'd the 940 come to be?
I was showing them what I saw in the field as being detrimental to the 930. And the one thing on the 930 is the gas system was too effective, and it needed maintenance maybe every 600 rounds. So they changed the gas system on the 940 to where it can run probably maybe 1,500, 1,600 rounds. But the big thing that they changed, as far as I'm concerned, was how user friendly the handguard is, as far as how fast you can load it. And the other thing that was a great a lot of input is that the stocks were too long. And the way the spring system is made in the original 930, if you wanted to shorten that stock 3/4 of an inch, man, you had to spend a day and a half with the modification. So one of the specs we wanted on that gun was a shorter recoil spring system, but also a stock that you could adjust for length of pull.
Hey folks, I want to talk to you about a new shotgun from Mossberg. I love Mossberg, I've been shooting them for years, as have millions of Americans, because they make inherently reliable shotguns that don't break the bank. That's why they're America's shotgun. As of September of 2020, you can buy a Mossberg Maverick 88 pump for about $189 or a Mossberg 500 for $254. A couple years back, Mossberg introduced this 590M, which really revolutionized shotgun. Everybody moans about them being so hard to load. Well, they fixed the problem. This is the 5-round magazine, but they also make a 10 and 20 rounder. I think I set the record for loading 20 rounds in under a second. I'm going to try to set the world record for loading 20 rounds into an American-made shotgun. Done. Anyway, badass shotgun that I think is kind of underappreciated, but that was just a couple years ago. Mossberg is really making great strides with this 940 JM Pro. The JM means Jerry Michalek, who is, of course, I think probably the best all-around shooter in the world and possibly the best all-around shooter in history. He's unbelievable. I know him. He's also a really nice guy. This shotgun has his name on it, and he put the features that he wants on there. Of course, this is a shotgun that's set up for competition, but as is, it's a great home defense shotgun. It does have a 24-inch barrel and a 9-round magazine tube, so of course it's a little longer than maybe most tactical shotguns, but for all the things it offers, I think this is an all-around shotgun, and really it's a main competition to Remington's excellent Versamax tactical gun that has it all. Well, this is almost like the Versamax tactical, only it's a little bit less expensive. But just really quick, let me run you through it. I already mentioned the 9+1 round magazine. It's excellent. I also like that it's not clamped to the barrel, so that means slugs are more accurate. It comes with a couple of choke tubes, extended choke tubes. It comes with the high-vis sights. I don't really care about a high-vis sight, but it's there, it works. It's got the raised rib, but when we get down to the action of the gun, this is where you see the improvements from Mossberg. It's just a really smooth action with oversized controls. You just can't miss that big button. You also can't miss that button. If you have to slam it with either finger from anywhere, you can. Right here, it's got a caulking indicator. See, when you shoot, that little thing vanishes, and when it's cocked, so you can feel that. You know if it's cocked if you're in competition or even in your home. You know that it's cocked just by feeling it. That's pretty cool. Like all Mossbergs, it has a tang safety, so it's ambidextrous. This one is metal. A lot of people love those tang safeties. They're just easy and simple. But what really makes this gun shine for competition is the loading gate and the follower. It's super smooth and easy. It won't pinch your finger there. I mean, it's just set up nicely for quad loading or just really simple loading. I don't have a quad loader on me, but if I was set that up, you know, you could just see how fast it is. It just doesn't jam your fingers even with the left hand. It's just really quick to load. The other thing I really like about this Mossberg, it's got adjustable stock, and it also has a shim kit to change that drop at comb, and that's really important to make sure that the gun fit a wider range of people, as Jerry insisted. It wasn't just as easy as adding spacer system or shortening the stock. That's because the 930's recoil return spring was located in the buttstock and it was too long. So engineers had to design a shorter spring system for the 940 so they could provide these spacers in the stock. It's really ingenious, and it helps Lena Michalik, one of the top female shooters in the world, by allowing just a great shotgun fit. And shotgun fit is the key to shooting shotguns. It'll fit perfectly, so every time you throw the gun up and you don't aim, but you just point, your eye will be perfectly aligned there. So when you master a shotgun, the shotgun should print where you're looking. And that's what it does if you set this up properly. If there's one thing that could be improved, however, it's probably the stock material. Kind of a brittle, loud feeling, hard plastic. The stock material isn't bad. It certainly is durable. It's not going to break. So for a shotgun that's under $1,000, that's a lot of features, but namely, I've shot this gun a bunch and it just runs. It has a modified gas system. The 940's gas system was totally overhauled, including the piston and sealing ring system, the spacer and pusher assembly, so it would more efficiently run a wider range of ammo. It did this by several ways, but it has a shorter gas piston system that moves just a mere 5/8 inch rearward, where it slams back the whole assembly to move the bolt rearward.
Okay, the idea behind all that is what they were finding. It's kind of an interesting thing. You know how you start your car up and it makes moisture out of the exhaust? Same thing with the shotgun. If you don't shoot it until it gets very hot, you know, that spacer tube would get condensation underneath it, and it would promote rust. So the ventilation there gives it an avenue for it to dry and stay ready to go.
But it just runs well. You just don't have to clean it often. And to take this off and look at it, it's just reliable.
That's a long ass boy!
And there's the spring. That's a long recoil spring. But this system here, this was modified. I haven't cleaned this after several hundred rounds, but I haven't had a jam yet, even with light loads. After shooting the 940 profusely, I've developed a few opinions. Shocker, I know. First, it's likely the best full-length semi-automatic shotgun you can buy for under $1,000, and certainly for its $850 real-world price tag. It comes up to my eye naturally. When I first took it out, I hit clay pigeons flying without conscious thought, and that's indicative of a gun that just fits and points well. It's silky to load thanks to its flooring contour, non-pinching gate, and springs, and I found that I can let a shell ride on the carrier, a trick that allows this gun to hold 11 rounds total. That's crazy. All the controls are wonderful. It patterned uniformly. What was most surprising, however, was the gun's surprising recoil mitigation properties, especially when you note its overall weight of only 7 pounds 7 ounces, which is insane knowing it comes with a 9-round mag tube. Most competitive shotguns in this category weigh at least a pound more, so I was afraid the 940's recoil would be considerable. This means the gun's gas system and turn springs are efficient recoil soakers. The gun fits well and it's excellent. That's the 940 JM Pro from Mossberg, and they've got a winner here. It's under $1,000. I'm Jeff Johnston, and that's no BS. God, it just shoots good, man.